Hey everybody, welcome back to another Facebook Live. I'm your host Jess,
And I'm your host, Lauren.
and today we have such a fun topic. We're going to be going over so many fun things, and we have a fun guest. We're also fun hosts. And before we get started diving into all of that great stuff, Lauren is going to give us our Facebook Live tips and tricks before we get into the good stuff.
Yes, so thank you all for joining. We are so excited to share our tips for celebrating graduation at home or with your friends and family, however you want to celebrate and however feels good. And we have a very awesome guest, Nikki, who's a senior success coach, joining us today. So if you have a way that you've already celebrated graduation at home, drop it in the comments because we want to know what you've done. If you have any questions for Nikki or ideas, drop those in the comments. Like and share if you feel so inclined. Just don't leave any personal information in these very public comments. If you have any questions that would involve you giving us personal information, please send us a direct message, or you can call Student Services at 1-888-427-1000. If you are not a Penn Foster student but are thinking of enrolling, or if you're a grad and you are thinking of enrolling in another program, you can always call our admissions department at 1-888-427-6500. So with all that being said, let's get to the good stuff. Nikki, the most positive, enthusiastic, celebration professional that we could possibly be talking to. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do here at Penn Foster?
Of course. So I am a senior success coach on the success coach team. We are a very small group. We are definitely all about motivation, and what we try to do for the students is guide them from enrollment to graduation, help them with tips and tricks as they move through, study tips, time management, setting goals, making it happen. That is what we do, and we do it every day.
Love it. And for everybody watching today, they've set their goals and they've made it happen. So it just goes to show the success of the success coaches.
That is awesome. You're so right. And congratulations to everybody if you're watching this and you graduated and you're looking to plan something fun. Big congratulations from all of us to you as well. So since we're all, go to Penn Foster, you had your self-paced courses, you got through it, and we're finally done, and you want to celebrate your graduation at home. We're going to talk today about why celebrating yourself is important, ways to celebrate at home, and also how to participate in our 2021-2022 yearbook, which is new, improved, back in action, and we're very excited to share it with you guys. But first, Nikki, do you want to speak a little bit about why you think that celebrating yourself is important?
I think it's very important because you have put the time, the effort, the money, you have really put up a lot of really great things, and you deserve to have it pay off. Show everybody around you what a successful person you are, because that's exactly what you are. You've accomplished so much and you deserve this. Like, I know a lot of people have a lot of trouble just thinking in certain ways and don't think that they deserve something, but trust me, you have accomplished so much and we all appreciate everything you've done. And honestly, if every single one of us could celebrate with you, we would. It's important. Take the time and say, hey, I did this.
That's such a good point. And for the people that have helped everyone watching, it's nice to share in that success with the people who have helped you along the way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for everyone. I mean, you're a success coach, but also like for friends and family members that have helped to motivate and inspire and, shared study tips. They want to celebrate with you too, because it is a team effort at times. And, for the people that love you, it's it's so nice to see a loved one be celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And, obviously, if, we're still in the middle of a pandemic kind of situation, it's hard that there isn't an in-person graduation or an actual graduation ceremony. And, everybody understands that that's a really big letdown, because they are a great way to recognize and celebrate everything that you've achieved. But just because there's no in-person graduation this year doesn't mean that you shouldn't be celebrated and that you shouldn't have your own celebration, because it is a big deal whether you get to walk across a stage or not. We see a lot of students who, still get a cap and gown and go and get those graduation pictures taken and all of those awesome things. And there are a lot of really great stuff that you can do, just to celebrate your graduation at home.
Mm-hmm. Buy yourself a cake. Get a cake.
Cake is always great.
Yes, get a big thing. Congratulations, you are a grad. Make it chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah, whatever flavor. Like, if I had to pick my graduation cake, what would I pick? I'm trying to think. I love like a lemon cake, so maybe like a lemon cake with some kind of like berry would be amazing. I'm like sitting here thinking about too, like what I would want as like my graduation dinner if I, got to, go out to a restaurant with my friends and family or my parents and all of these people to celebrate me. They'd be like, where do you want to go? And you get to pick. I would probably go and have like a good like steak dinner and just like really enjoy like something really decadent. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
What would you guys like? What is your like ideal if you were graduating and you were celebrating yourself and you got to go anywhere, have anything you wanted to eat for your graduation dinner? What would you pick?
I'm definitely a steak girl. I am right with you with that. I love steak, and whenever I have any kind of celebration, steak is usually my main.
That's awesome. I think I would definitely have a party because I love parties. And Jess, you really made me crave cake. So just like the idea of having like a big graduation sheet cake sounds so good.
And also, you have a party. Who's to say that you can't have your own ceremony?
It's
You
so
could
true.
invite all of the people that you love who have, been here on this journey with you, who want to celebrate you. Have them over, to your house or have somebody throw it for you and walk across a metaphorical stage and get your diploma and feel that pride, because just because we're not in a big room with a bunch of people because even at a regular graduation you're still surrounded by a lot of people you don't know. In this way you kind of get to streamline it and just get to celebrate it with the people who matter most to you. So host your own ceremony, have your mom give a speech about you.
Yes, wait, that's such a good idea.
Like, how sweet is that?
That is.
Jess and Nikki, would you do a small graduation dinner or party, or would you do a big dinner or party to celebrate graduation?
Probably a big one. I like parties.
Yeah.
I would say small dinner, big party.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Get the 2-for-1 celebration.
That's how I think I would do it. We'd go out and we'd have like the good dinner with, a couple close people, because, nobody likes to go into a restaurant with a bunch of people. But then after, we all get together and then it's a party and there's music and there's dancing and there's all of that good stuff, But you could also just get takeout and have a big party at home too, or cook on the grill. Make your at home. Ask your mom to make that home cooked meal that's your favorite thing. There's all kinds of like amazing ways to celebrate yourself without having that in-person graduation ceremony.
Yeah, and even with the decorations, I know it's nicer out, so I've been doing some neighborhood walks, and it's that time of the year where you see like, congratulations, Mackenzie, class of 2022, at like every house of a graduate. Which
All
I
for
think is,
Mackenzie. Just one for Mackenzie on every house on the block.
it's all about Mackenzie. Would you guys do the elaborate decorations?
Yes.
Now that I am I'm a big fan of a balloon arch right now. So
Oh,
but I've never had a balloon arch for myself in any situation. I've made balloon arches for other people. So I want a balloon arch. That's
would
what
be
I want.
awesome.
I want a
but it
balloon.
is something you can DIY. Like you've DIY'd it, Jess.
Yes, a nice balloon arch can be done very easily, and it just was one of those things that you just, when people put up decorations for you, or you walk in somewhere and it's all decked out and your name is up on a big sign, or like in the front yard or on a banner, you
Mhm.
just feel like you just feel special, and you should feel special
You
because it's
should.
such a huge accomplishment. And I mean, obviously we're talking about not having the in-person graduation because of the pandemic and things like that. And if your family and friends aren't close by, or you're still not comfortable getting together in a big group, you can plan a virtual graduation party too, and set up Zoom, or the Facebook video chat, and everybody can still get dressed up. You can still wear your grad cap. You guys can all enjoy dinner together and still get to be together. I think that in the last 2 years, the idea of being together doesn't necessarily mean you have to physically be with somebody, right? Like, there was a time period where the only interaction we got with the people we loved were via Zoom and phone calls and FaceTimes and all of those things. And that can still be just as special as being with somebody, right in person.
Definitely.
Nikki, what are some other ways that you can celebrate virtually this year?
Well, I already heard you say it, but the cap and gown, I think that's really bringing the essence of graduation to you. Honestly, hop on our, what is it, Jolston? Is that we
For
work with
Justin's. Yeah.
Justin. Okay. And get a cap and gown, decorate your cap, write on it how much you've accomplished, put some inspirational words, sign the yearbook. I mean, there's a lot of really cool things that you can do. Read through the yearbook. I mean, I think that if you do little things to celebrate yourself, it'll all add up to a really great celebration. I mean, taking the time to make yourself feel special. Honestly, even if you just say, hey, I did this and I accomplished this, I'm going to take a bath today. Go for it. I mean, think of what's special to you, what makes you feel good, because you deserve every single little bit of happiness because you accomplished so much. I think because you've been working for it for so long and it's become a part of your life, you don't realize how big and impactful it is. And this could change your life. You don't the future is yours. So celebrate.
That's so true. And what you said about the yearbook is a great point too. That's something that we just launched for this year. Any of our recent graduates are welcome to participate. The link was shared in email on our social media, but we'll drop the link in the comments here. There's a form that you need to fill out, and then that will then take you to a link right to the yearbook. And it's hosted on a Kudo board this year. So it's a little bit different than what it was last year. You don't have to wait to see all of the wonderful photos and quotes. It's all right there. All of the photos and quotes do need to be approved first. So if you do submit, you might not see it go live immediately. But you will be able to check back very shortly and then see yourself in the yearbook, which is pretty cool, and meet your fellow graduates, which is awesome. So if you are a recent grad, check out the link and make sure you submit.
I think it's also nice too, correct me if I'm wrong, but with the kudos board, you can actually, once you make your post and you put your picture and your quote, you can actually get a link to that, and you can send your specific entry into the yearbook like to your friends and family so that they can see it and also celebrate you that way, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So that's, so nice. How cool would it be to put yourself in the virtual yearbook and then make like a big email blast and send it to all of your aunts and uncles and friends and family and say, hey, look, I'm in the yearbook, because put it on your Facebook,
I was just going to
tweet
say,
it,
yeah,
put it on your
social media.
Instagram. How amazing. And another thing too, we love to celebrate you guys as well. So if you are going to put something up on the, in the yearbook, if you share on social media, a picture of you with your cap and gown, or, just a picture of your diploma, anything, and you tag us and use hashtag Penn Foster, or hashtag PFGrad 2022, we go through those and we love to reshare the accomplishments that you guys have. So, in the same breath, put yourself in the yearbook and then throw it up on Instagram and tag us, and you might see it reposted to our Instagram and our Facebook, because we love to celebrate you guys that way too.
Definitely.
That's a good point. So shout outs are cool. The yearbook is cool. Having a party is cool, but you should be doing the most. So Nikki, what are some good ways to treat yourself and like do something nice for yourself to celebrate the accomplishment of graduating?
Dress up, go out. Give yourself something that you've been saying, maybe I'm not sure about. Maybe you're like, hey, I want to buy this new record, or I want to buy this new something, and just say, hey, I deserve this. It's like what we were talking about before about deserving something. And you can, like we said about like the cap and gowns and stuff, like get yourself something that you can remember the moment by,
That's a good piece of advice.
Yeah.
I love that. I know I have my graduation cap from when I graduated from college, and I decorated the top and did the whole thing and got a really cool like shadow box frame that I was able to put the graduation cap in. So how cool would it be to like get your graduation cap, decorate it, put whatever you want on it, and then, memorialize it and hang it up in your house.
Exactly.
And when people come, they can see it, and you have the tassel hang next to it. And it's something that every time you look at, it'll remind you of this huge accomplishment that you've made.
Yeah, and there's even diploma holders that you can get at the bookstore, and you can proudly display your diploma. I mean, that might be the only thing about graduation that was a bummer, is that you don't get your actual diploma when you're walking across the stage. And this way you'll have it, and you can walk across your own stage and have your own diploma. Put it in a nice folder, make it look real nice, and celebrate. It's just it's really nice, and I think this is a great time of the year.
Another thing I want to point out, not ready yet, but keep your eyes peeled on social, because we will be releasing some new t-shirts and cool stuff for graduation this year, eventually in the coming up months. So that can be something that you could also treat yourself to celebrate your your success. And it could be something that has to do with school or Penn Foster, your diploma or your grad cap, but it also could just be literally anything, even if it's not a physical thing. Like, let's say that you've been putting off going and getting a pedicure or a manicure, and you want to treat yourself to that, a class that you've wanted to take. Sign up for that class. Do that thing that your spare time has been going towards your schoolwork. Take that spare time and invest it back into yourself and your own interests and your hobbies and things that you can do now that you've finished, you've got it, and now you have that little bit of free time back. Even if it's taking a class is one thing. Sitting down and just being able to read a book can just feel so amazing. Like, even like Nikki said before, light those candles and take a bath and take your book and just take this time for yourself, because you were already dedicating this time to yourself with school. Continue to do that, because that's what's important at the end of the day, is making sure that you're doing best by yourself.
I was just going to say that no matter whether you're going to school or you're doing anything else, take your time and better yourself. That's, I mean, even if you've already accomplished so much by graduating, like, let's do more. What's next?
Yeah, and speaking of the what's next, I mean, graduation is a cool accomplishment. How do you show that off to
Yeah.
employers and your more professional network?
Yes, yes. And we also have a career coach here. Her name is Jamie, and she helps students with resume writing. And I think that there's a lot of really cool things that you can find online too. We have career cruising on our website that you can look at jobs that might be in the field that you just got done going to school for. So I mean, it's a really good idea to check out a couple of places, plot out your future.
Yeah, that's such good advice. And, you know, it always feels good to be able to update LinkedIn with a new credential, show it off while you're doing your graduation diploma and cap and gown photos that you're posting on Facebook and Instagram. Head over to LinkedIn and update your profile with the new skills and credential you have.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I wasn't even thinking about that, but that's so true. Like, how cool to be able to finally update that section on your LinkedIn with the education, with something you've worked towards, and actually be able to say, like, I'm done. And then you get to share it as a post, and then people can like it. And just wonderful. Just even like you're saying, that's the smallest thing, is going and changing your LinkedIn, but it feels so good when you do it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I think that that's a really good point, especially since we're talking about doing a lot of things virtually that can just celebrate you. That's a really good one. I really like that.
So, Nikki, if you could give one piece of advice to recent graduates, what would it be?
Go out there. Go out there and explore the world. I mean, you have put in so much work, and you have, like we were talking about, you've bettered yourself. Now take it and show the world what you can do.
I love that. I know we were both about to say the same thing.
We're reading each other's minds.
Seriously though, you can't say it any better than that. You really can't.
Yeah. There's so much good stuff ahead of you. So much good stuff. Like, you don't even know how many good things are coming your way.
And this was a good thing that came to you, that you made happen yourself.
Yeah.
So the opportunities that come from this, just know that it all came from you investing time and energy into yourself, and just be proud.
Yeah, you should. You really should.
Well, thank you so much, Nikki, for joining us and giving all of these awesome tips on celebrating graduation and why it's important to take a moment and recognize yourself for this really big accomplishment. To everyone watching, congratulations. We can't wait to see your yearbook submissions and see you post on social so that we can give you the shout outs there. And we cannot wait to see what you do next, because we know you're destined for great things.
Yes.
Thanks for letting us be a part of your journey.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Nikki.
Of course. Every year, you got me.
Yes. All right, everyone, have a great day, and we will see you soon.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.